Hi, I wanted to tell you about my top 5 Dutch delights, and I wanted to create a little bit of balance, if you will, because in a previous video I made some somewhat disparaging remarks about bitterballen and stamppot, and I recognize that it's possible that my feelings about those dishes are because I've never had the pleasure of enjoying your mom's legendary stamppot or your father's bitterballen. Can I say that on YouTube? Okay, so back to the list of my top 5 favorite Dutch delights. They're not in any particular order, so I just will begin with stroopwafels. And stroopwafels are something that can be purchased prepackaged in most grocery stores, or better yet, freshly made in the local market. I know that one of my favorite things about the Haarlem market on Saturdays is the stand that prepares the freshly made stroopwafels, and the smell is intoxicating. So even if I'm not buying a stroopwafel to eat, I'm indulging in the smell of freshly made stroopwafels. The second item on my list, and again, not in any particular order, is Appelgebak, met slagroom ideally, so that is just apple pie with whipped cream. And you can find apple pie on virtually every menu in every restaurant. In fact, a friend of mine from London, when he visited, we took what I call an apple pie tour. And we went from restaurant to restaurant trying the various apple pies. And they all differed, and they were all delicious. I have a tip for you. If you ever find yourself in the Netherlands, and particularly in Amsterdam, I recommend one particular restaurant, and that is Winkel 43, Winkel 43, and they specialize in apple pie. And I really recommend it if you ever find yourself in town. It is well worth a visit. Expect it to be busy because a lot of people know about their legendary pie, and again, from the crust to the filling to the whipped cream, it is well worth a visit. Now, the next item on my list, also for those of us who have a sweet tooth, is Oliebollen. And that's something that you will find especially in December and for New Year's. And it's basically just deep fried balls of dough and often coated with powdered sugar, a little bit like a donut. And I don't know, sugar and fat. What's not to love? The next item on my list are the Pannenkoeken, which are Dutch pancakes, and they differ a bit from American pancakes. They're a bit flatter and a little bit more on the savory side, and they are delicious. And there's all kinds of varieties, of course, and you will find restaurants in Amsterdam and also in Haarlem and in various other cities in the Netherlands that specialize in pannenkoeken. So I recommend you give that a try whenever you're in the vicinity. The last item on my list, the fifth item, is not a sweet item, but more of a savory item, I suppose, and that's cheese. Dutch cheese. The Dutch are famous for their cheese. You might think of Gouda cheese or Edam cheese. And in fact, Alkmaar is a well-known city here in the Netherlands, and it's famous for its cheese market. So that's always worth a visit for that reason and others. Alkmaar is a lovely city. So the bonus item that I have for you, a sixth item, because I found it difficult to limit my list to only 5 items of Dutch delights, but that is Kibbeling, which is battered fried white fish. And I live close to the seaside, and whenever I have an opportunity to ride my bike to the North Sea, to Zandvoort or Bloemendaal, I will stop at one of the many fish stands along the way and place an order for kibbeling, and I really do love that dish. So those are 6 dishes that are strongly associated with the Netherlands and that I especially enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed listening to my list of Dutch delights. Thank you again for listening, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon.